Hi there, this is Success Secrets Hushed in ASMR, and I am your host, Jen Finelli. I'm a physician who does ASMR on YouTube, and I asked YouTube why is it that the comments of my subscribers were missing. Because I am over 1,000 subscribers, I have access to chatting with YouTube in the YouTube help section if you put in the right stuff, which I'll talk about in another video, how to actually talk to YouTube instead of just get stupid articles. So we got to figure out why your comments are disappearing, and there are three main reasons that have kind of come to light. The first one, the answer that I got from YouTube was that someone was reporting the comments. If your comment is reported, it will disappear. However, I have tested this and other people have tested this, and it takes a significant amount of time for a comment to disappear. If you report a comment and sign in as a different user, you will often see that same comment still there. It has to be reviewed, theoretically. Obviously, there are millions of comments on YouTube, so this is not being done by a person that's reviewing these comments. Which is why, if you put the same comment multiple times and rephrase it, you can eventually get it to stick if it keeps disappearing. But YouTube's official answer was that comments that are disappearing are being reported. This is a acceptable answer for some comment sections. I did not feel that this was an acceptable answer for my comment section, because I happen to know that the people in my comment section are not reporting each other for saying, hey, I'm depressed, I need help. That would be a strange thing. My community is very, for the most part, very positive and compassionate towards each other, and still very small, so most of the interaction is with me, not with each other. There's really no reason for somebody to be reporting these comments. There have been a couple that have come up in my notifications that I've seen that then disappeared that I know were reported, but for the most part, reporting was not a sufficient answer for me. So the second reason is a reason that I do know, and that's you might be actually using words that are officially censored by the channel owner. So as a channel owner, I can go into my comments settings and I can censor certain words and cause those comments to automatically disappear. I actually don't have any word censorship turned on my channel. So again, this was not a good explanation for why my comments of my subscribers were disappearing. However, it may be a reason why your comments are disappearing on other channels. So again, that's two reasons your comments might be disappearing. They might be getting reported, and they might be using censored words. Now, let me make a small caveat here. I have been on multiple forums also digging into this, in addition to speaking with YouTube directly and officially. And the reason that I did this is because I was wondering, are my comments disappearing? Am I being censored? Now, if you, a lot of the comments that I saw that people were saying, I don't know why my comment got reported or got disappeared, you gotta have some self-awareness to understand whether you're in category 1 or 2. It is very likely that you are in category 1 or 2. Very, very, very likely. And I say this because I saw comments where people were like, I don't know why my comment disappeared. And they were like blasting the other person with hate and calling them all kinds of things and saying things about their nationality and things about their race and so forth. And like, for some reason, this is disappearing. And it was, some of these comments were very left-wing, some of these comments were very right-wing. Doesn't matter. If your comment is very aggressive, it is possible it will be reported. I am a frequent reporter. I will go through when I am hanging out on YouTube, and I will report people who are being nasty to each other. And I have reported people for things as little as just someone saying, calling someone else a douchebag for no reason, when it seemed that they were saying it to like a teenager or something else like that. And I am not considered by most standards a sensitive snowflake. I will definitely report. I report a lot of comments, and there are people whose job it is to report comments, and there are people who are very, very sensitive snowflakes who are going to be reporting lots and lots and lots of comments. That said, comments again do not disappear immediately when you report. I had this problem where somebody was in my comments section where my people are depressed and making fun of their depression. Obviously, I reported those comments. They didn't disappear right away, so I took the next step, which was I actually went and reported the channel to YouTube for this person harassing and threatening people who are depressed and saying that they should kill themselves and other things like that, which is obviously not an okay thing to do. But in their mind, that was okay and that was acceptable behavior. So you have to kind of look at yourself and consider, could other people who are different than me be interpreting this as unacceptable behavior? Because it's very likely that it's not YouTube that's censoring you. It is people who are reporting you. Again, there's a big problem on YouTube where people who aren't bullying will get censored and disappear, and people who are bullying will not. That happens. There are nasty, nasty people who just continue being nasty and nothing happens to them. And there are people who just say, like, I had a very nice person on my channel who was always saying nice things, and their channel got terminated. I have no idea what they said that caused them to be terminated, but they were terminated and gone. That person is not on YouTube anymore. And I was like, I can't believe this person has been terminated. This is a very nice person. So I am telling you, yes, there's a problem. I think we can all agree that there's a problem, but the problem may often be the community and not YouTube itself. However, I knew that neither of these things were the answer for the people in my comment section. I doubted that they were reporting each other for nonsense, and I very much doubted that I had word censors turned off. So the third reason that comments might disappear, I really do believe, and many people believe, that there is an automated system that picks up comments and makes them disappear. This may or may not be true. YouTube flat denied this when I said so, but I was, for example, replying to a young gay person who was suicidal on my channel and talking about my own experience with both of those things. I'm a physician, and so I have a lot of experience with sexuality, but obviously I also have experience in my own life that was very particular to this young person's experience. I had pretty much the same experience that they had had. So I was replying to them, but I have taken kind of an unusual turn with how I do things that are not so mainstream. And somebody was either reporting my reply and making it disappear, or there was an automation. And I kept checking to see it, because it was a very important comment, because this person was depressed, and so I really wanted to make sure that it got out there. So I kept checking on different accounts to see if it went through, and you can do that. You can sign in with another account to see if your comment goes through. If it is a comment that is very, very important to you, just try again, wording it slightly differently, and keep trying again, wording it slightly differently. I eventually got the comment to stay, even though it kept disappearing. What I ended up having to do was using a synonym, because apparently you can't use the word, it looks like you can't use the words LGBT community and toxic in the same comment. It seemed to be like what it was. I thought at the time that it was an automatic system, because that was such a weird thing. I was talking about, I had a very accepting LGBT community in Puerto Rico and a very toxic one in Virginia. That's not a very controversial thing to say. I was talking about my own life. However, the automated system picked that up as wonky. And so it was trying to make it, disappear. I think it was the automated system, but again, it could have been somebody that was reporting me, and that as I just kept posting comment, that person gave up and disappeared. So if it is a very important comment to you, like you are trying to save somebody's life who is depressed, which is the situation that I felt that I was in, then just keep posting until it sticks. Keep trying again. Word it slightly differently, and just don't post very quickly, because YouTube picks up on that, but just gently try again and again and again. The other thing that you can do, because YouTube said no, they shouldn't be disappearing. If they're having problems with comments disappearing, they can contact us. So if it really is a problem that they need to fix, where people's comments are disappearing, then I think there actually is a way to deal with this. Hold on, let me pull it up, because I had this long conversation with them. POTS keyword list, how to contact YouTube. No, is that it? Yes, it is it. Feedback form. So there is a feedback form that you can use, which is not this one. Okay, so I'll just tell you how to do it. So when you go to YouTube, you know how in the top right hand corner there's your little face or your little circle? Click on that and then look all the way down at the bottom of the menu and you'll see something that says feedback form. You click right there, try to take a screenshot of your comment disappearing and then not disappearing, and include that in your report, and just report it to them and say, this is a problem that I have had with my comments disappearing. If a lot of people do that, instead of posting in the forums that they don't care about and that they don't monitor, we will have more power to change the problem of your comments disappearing, okay? So again, go to the feedback form. So either try again, rewording it different ways until it sticks, or do that. And again, that's if this is very important to you. Most of the comments that you leave on YouTube are not going to be that important that it's worth going through all that effort. However, sometimes the things we have to say are very important, so it's worthwhile. If you're on there just to say fuck you Jimmy, I wouldn't go through the effort, and I would accept that I'd been reported and disappeared. The angriness isn't always that important to share. However, that's your choice. I'm just letting you know how you can do it. You can go to the feedback form and report that FU Jimmy has disappeared and make it not disappear anymore. The fourth reason, so YouTube says that they don't do shadow banning, and they may not, but channels can. So the fourth reason that your comment disappeared might be that I banned you. And I have done this before. So the channel owner can actually put your name in a little box, and then your comments will never show up on that channel ever again. I have done this twice, maybe 3 times. One of them was somebody who kept posting really disgusting comments asking for my orgasm face. It was either that person or, the second person was somebody who was quite nasty about me not doing my content the way they wanted me to, which is fine. You can have as much criticism as you want, but when you start making fun of my mental health, like, oh, were you just lonely and stuff like that, and then they started to attack my subscribers, and it was kind of like, I don't think we need this person here. It got really, bottom line for me is, if you start identifying as the enemy of Batman, I'm gonna ban you. I'm serious. People might be banning you for something as little as that. To me, if you call me Batman and my subscriber Robin as an insult, then my question is to you, are you the bad guy in this scenario? I don't really need bad guys commenting on here. Goodbye. I'm being tongue-in-cheek, kind of being a little bit silly. But yes, I have banned somebody for that. Other channels may be banning you for much more or much less. So you can be shadow banned by channels. So I may have made your comment disappear if you were just being crazy and being a crazy person. And in that particular case, I was accidentally logged in as somebody else when I replied to them briefly, and they went after that person, the imaginary person that they thought was my subscriber, and I was like, well, I really don't need my real subscribers exposed to this. Basically, if you go after my subscribers and be nasty at my subscribers, I am gonna ban you, because a lot of my subscribers are really depressed. A lot of my subscribers need a lot of love, so you really don't get to be around here. So it wasn't just because of Batman and Robin, although I have to say, I feel very strongly about Batman and Robin, and I will ban people about that. Look, it's just like, if the Joker is real, I don't want him in my up in my comment section. He is an a-hole. I'm not interested in it. Okay, so I hope that this has been helpful. That is 4 reasons that your comment may have disappeared. Things that I have tested here on YouTube, and YouTube's official answers, and so forth. So I hope that's helpful. And this has been the Success Secrets Hushed in ASMR show, which will probably be coming back next time. Next week, we will probably talk about how you can actually contact YouTube, especially as a YouTuber, so that you can get an actual email to them, and it's not all this nonsense, because it can be very frustrating to try to contact them. So, but In the future, we will also be doing one on how much money you actually make at 1,000 subscribers, which is the monetization limit for YouTube.